guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I posted a video yesterday. I don't know if you've seen my first video about a 2 plus color trick. I'm here to give an update on that and make a slight correction. So I'll be doing a live trading. I'll be explaining the corrections and how you can maximize your profit. All right. So I was saying before, if you remember the principle we were using yesterday, if you don't remember, you just have to go back to the first video and watch it. Then you come back to this one, then you can understand the corrections I'm about to make. So yesterday I was like saying that we have two sections, three sections, because we'll be using the total here, and each section has three numbers. It has to have three numbers, not two, like draw 55 we see here. It has to have three numbers, not two. So the correction I'm making today is that no, normally we use either the second or the third section. But whilst working yesterday, I observed. No, I said we use only three martingales. But whilst working yesterday evening, I saw some things that was not so good. So I decided to work on it again to make the corrections and all of that. So I have come up with a easier, better way to run these things without difficulties and all of that. Alright, so right. So let's wait for another draw to come up so we'll see if it's a good draw. Okay. So basically the correction I'm going to make, let's wait for the draw so you'll understand. Whilst I'm playing it, I'll begin to explain to you how what corrections I made and all of that. So let's wait for the next draw to come out. Okay. And also I have another I don't know if it's important here. It's still almost the same principle with this one. It's just that one is more solid than this one. This one is a free, but this one is more effective. It's really effective, honestly. It doesn't matter that it's free. It's very effective. Remember I said yesterday we don't use any draw total that has zero, so we have to avoid this. We have to wait for two more draws to come because we use the two current draws to make our predictions. So let's just wait a bit. Alright, so, this might take a while, and the video is already in 20 minutes already. Okay, let's go to draw 50. This is draw 50 here. Then I'll explain the correction I'm about to make now and give you a an update that in case you don't want to even make any kind of losses at all, if you are patient enough to wait for it to align itself that way, you'll be making your profit completely. So let's go to draw 50. Draw 50. You observe that the total here is 223. So we're going to be using draw 50 and 51 to make our prediction on the next game, and I'll show you how that's done. So from the principle we used yesterday, we know that 2, 2, 3. That is first section, third section, second section, and third section, and 51, 1, 4, 8. So we're going to be using the second section and the third section here. And remember what I said. When you minus the numbers, that's to give you from 4 or lesser than 4. So when we say 4 minus 2, that's 2, which is very okay, but this other one is 8 minus 3 is 5, so it's already cross threshold we've set. So 4 minus 2 is what's it called is 2. So 4 plus 2 is 6, so we're going to put 2 6 2 two green balls, which 6 is a green. You'll see that here 6 is a green. So you see that the trick works perfectly. So let's work on this one. 146, 146. So we can actually use this because when we minus these two numbers, it's giving us 0. So let's continue below. When a better draw comes up, I'll begin to play live action. Alright, so we made from 50 51 and it gave us green. So let's use 51 52 for this instance to get our 53. So this is 8 4 5 8. So when we minus 8 from 4, it gives us 4. When we minus 8 from 5, it gives us 3. Yesterday I said we should use the smallest subtraction, but that was the mistake I made. You shouldn't use the smallest, you should use the highest subtraction. What I mean is that 8 minus 4 gives us 4. 8 minus 5 gives us 3. Instead of using 3, I said the smallest yesterday, but this time correcting that. It was a mistake on my part. You're supposed to use the highest subtraction. So we're going to use 8 minus 4 in this case, which is giving us 4. So 8 plus 4 is 12, and you see that 12 is a green. and you see that instantly that came out in the next draw. Are you seeing that? Are you seeing that? 8-4. Although this 8 plus 5, 8 plus 5 is 13, it might still work. But I observed something yesterday. That's why I'm saying I'm making this correction now. So use the highest subtraction, not the lowest subtraction. Alright then. So the update I am giving now, for those who don't want to even be taking the risk of saying having to choose between the lowest and the smallest, there's a very good update I'll be dropping for you guys. When when you are making your, when you've observed that the two sections, when you minus them, they give you from 4 less 4 or less than 4, and you now see that when you add the both of them, they're giving they're giving the same color. Like this, when you add I don't know, there's no draw here that gives that explains this, that can give there's no draw I can use as an example here rather. Well, I hope you understand what I mean, that when you see that the subtractions are from 4 or less than 4, and you see that when you add the both of them up, they're giving the same color, like giving numbers that have the same color, you know that that one is a banker. You just make your 3 martingales and stay from 1 to 3. It doesn't usually exceed 3. It will never exceed 3. From observations we made, it never exceed 3. So that's the update I want to drop. Unfortunately, there is no game here to play. Everything is just coming out zeros and zeros and zeros and zeros. I'm supposed to make my first stake. I've not been able to make my first stake here to show you guys yet. So that's the update, that's the correction. Remember the correction, instead of using the smallest, you use the highest subtraction. And the update, if you don't want to like avoid and just wait for a game that when you minus them is okay, and when you add them they're giving numbers that have the same color, then you make your stake. Alright, I hope this little update has been able to help you guys out, and I will see you guys on my next video. I have something I'm cooking up, and I'm hoping you guys will be there. It's a bit sad that I'm not getting the reception I'm actually expecting, or I was expecting, because I put some punters on Twitter that are good with virtual, but most of them don't think this is viable enough, which is actually funny because I use this on a daily basis and it's very viable, it's very solid. But I don't know. We'll keep going, we keep building from the little we little. But this trick I'm dropping is a mega trick. It's very solid, very solid. Anyone that has been on this platform for so long that sees this will understand what I'm trying to say. It's a very solid trick. When you make your own observations, you see that it's a very solid trick. All right, so let's see this draw and see if it's something we can use quickly. Hopefully it's not a zero. If it's a zero, I have to end the video now. It's already 8 minutes. Okay. You see, now this is what I was trying to explain. Now you minus 8 from okay, this is 8 from 3 is 5, so you can't even use this at all. So 7 and 4 is giving us 3, which is good. So 7 and 4, that's 3. So 7 plus 4 is 11. So let's make our first take on 11. By the way, is blue. You can see that here 11 is blue, so we're making our first take on blue. And we're going to, if we're going to have 3 martingales, that is if it fails the first time, it has to come out either on the second or the third time, at most and at worst the third time. So let's see. This is my first take for this video. I was actually trading when I so that's first ball, that's the second ball, so that's a boom. You can see that right there. So like, subscribe, and let me know. I've not seen anyone dropping any testimonies yet, which is a bit sad because I believe this should be helping people out. But I hope these corrections and these updates I've dropped would help you guys out. You understand? So let's end the video here, guys.